Hello everybody, Exalibur here, and I have an unboxing. It's an unexpected unboxing that I just happened to be able to pick up today. I don't know if anybody knows, well, you probably would know, especially if you're from Twitter, that I do a lot of photography of games. And let me go ahead and I will show you those games. So here we are, we're on my Instagram feed where we can see the different games and stuff like that that I do. I take pictures of games that are in progress and unboxings of games and stuff like that. And I'm currently using a Google Pixel camera. Now, that's a pretty nice camera, and it's a nice phone and everything, and I really enjoy it. However, there is a lot that I need to do. I need higher quality photos. I also want to go into actual product photos and stuff like that. That's my friend Arabelle. So anyway, so that's the thing. I am in need of a new camera, one that's more professional, more pro, and I don't have money for like a $2,000 Pro DSLR or even a $1,000 Pro DSLR. But after speaking with my wife, I was able to get one that was on sale, and that is this guy right here. We have ourselves the Nikon D3400 or Nikon or Nikon or Nikon or whatever, based on where you live, how you pronounce it. I look at it and I see Japanese and I say Nikon. Anyway, this is the D3400 entry-level DSLR. The things that attracted me to this one, well, outside of the fact that this kit here cost as much as the camera itself, so it's technically getting everything in here for free. So we've got a strap, a rechargeable battery, a charger, plus 2 lenses. We get the if you see right there, we get the 18 to 55 and the 70 to 300. I've been watching reviews and looking up stuff, and everybody seems to be impressed with the entry-levelness of this. It's got some features that put it up above the rest. The things that caught my attention, and I don't think it's on the box anywhere. There are 2 things that I needed. I needed a minimum of 1080p 60 recording for, and I don't need the anything that will destroy stuff. So it was 1080p 60 that I was looking for, and the other thing that I was looking for, I just need to cap my soda. I don't want it spilling all over everything. The other thing I needed was it to be higher than the megapixels of my Pixel. So let me go ahead and I will get those specs. F11, there we go. We can turn off Instagram and Google Pixel specs. I just want to take a look at the camera because it's got 2 cameras. It's got the front camera, of course, and it's got the rear camera. I do not have the Pixel XL that I'm aware of, because that would have been amazing. I think this guy is just a straight old Pixel. So I went and got a good quality Pixel when I upgraded to the Google telephone service. So its camera, I'm just trying to get there. It's got a front camera that's 8 megapixels. It's 1.4 micro pixels, micrometer pixels. I'm not sure exactly what pixels means. I'm very new to DSLRs. I'm going to have to learn how to use this. It's got an f/2.4 aperture and fixed focus. It does 1080p at 30, 60, and 120, and it does 720 at 30, 60, and 240, and it does 4K at 30. Those are some really good ones, but the back camera is 12.3 megapixels. This guy here, it's got all the warranty programs and stuff in it, does 24, and that's what I want. I want to get something that was a bit higher quality. So we've got our standard bag of user's manuals, and it's got an ad for Nikon School, so you can learn how to use it. And I'm definitely going to have to use it. So here's our warranties, and you can bet you that I'm going to register this thing and get it warranted. Make sure that warranty, because I'm a klutz and I will probably drop this on more than one occasion. So here we go. Let's see what we've got in here. Now we start with the smaller stuff and work up to the camera body. So here we go. Here's the first lens. It's very nicely bubble wrapped. Let's get this open and take a look at what we have. Not only that, it's also in this plastic. And here we are. We've got our, I think this is 18 to 55, and it's got VR, which is vibration reduction from what I understand. So here's the nice label on there. And it extends and everything. There's the lens cap. Comes off. It looks like we have places to put like filters and everything, as one would expect. And I will learn what all the rings and everything do. So here we go. There's 18 and there's a 55. And I assume the everything's changing in there. And I have to figure out how to connect this and everything. I am at a loss. So let's put this back into L. And put this all back on so we don't damage it, because I know I will. One of the things I need to do is get a macro lens for this guy so that I can take up really close pictures. But for what I'm going to be starting with, apparently the lens is really good at close-ups. Really good. I was amazed because I didn't think these lenses would work that way. So here's a larger one. This is the 70. Whoa. There we go. The 70 to 300 millimeter. And from what I understand, this one isn't as good. But there's 300 and there's 70. It's got its own lens cap as well. I don't see a place to put a strap to make sure that you don't lose these things. So there's that. And then it looks like we've got our focus bands here, our focus rings for manual focusing. And I believe it's all digital too, so the camera itself can autofocus and all that other stuff through that connection. That is just my guessing. I am not a learned guy in the terms of camcorders. Here we go. Here's the battery, and I am going to be charging this up and testing the camera out later on. So this is it's been reported to have astounding battery life, which is what I'm really happy about, because I hate having to have rechargeable stuff and the batteries suck on them. So important safety instructions, save these. So we will save these safety instructions. So I'll put it up so you can read it. Woohoo! To reduce the risk of fire or electric shock, carefully follow these instructions. If the shape of the plug does not fit the power, use attachment plug adapter. This power unit is intended to be correctly oriented in a vertical or floor mount position. Yeah, so basically it's configured to be like this or like this. It is not configured to be like this or some weird angle. So battery goes in here, plug it into the wall, charges. Pretty much what you would expect from a charger. And then we have our strap, which is going to be going on this bad boy. There we go. Let's put that in there. So it's a strap, as you would expect. And here we go. It goes on either side of the camera. So there you go. It's the strap. And it looks like a pretty decent one. I like the fabric, and it's got this little rubbery part here to help keep it on your shoulder or on your neck from slipping. So you could probably use it for stabilization and stuff like that. Alright, let's get this back in the box. Well, actually, we'll take it out of the box because we don't need it back in there. And now we're on to the main attraction, the camera body. Let me get this out. And that is all that is in there. So the main box can just go over here. And we will take a look at this. Now, one of the things, and I 100% agree with, is this is a very light camera. I have been testing and looking at cameras for a while now. I haven't gotten into it, but to tell you the honest truth, if you can hold a camera like this and it doesn't feel heavy at all, then this is a pretty light camera. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the features that we can see here. We've got our front right here where we can put in our lens. So here we are. We've got the front, of course. Here's the grip, and it feels pretty good. And my finger rests right where you'd expect it to. On the back, we've got I'll go to the back in a minute. So we can hold it nice and steady and take a picture as necessary. It works pretty well, and everything is looking pretty good. We've got some dials, and there's actually a viewfinder on this thing. You'll see that in a moment. And that's pretty much all she wrote for the front. You can see everything there. Over here, I'm not sure what this button is. We'll have to find out. But we'll go on to this side here. So we have where we put in part of the strap, and then here we have our adapter for USB and for HDMI. There is no external mic connection option on this. That sort of bummed me out, but I've got a Tascam, so I don't have to really worry too much. The problem comes from syncing, but luckily I have a clapboard too, so that problem's pretty much taken care of. So if we look at the top, let me put it so that it's bottom down so we can see everything. We have our dial here for all our different functions, and here we go, like so. It just does what it does. And it's got a guide mode and effects mode and all that other stuff. Up here, right here, we've got, let me just take a look. There's our zoom button. I believe that's zoom or it's aperture. We have the info button, and we have the movie record button. We have our shutter. This is something I have to figure it out. There we go. That's the on-off switch. I am a Dorcas. I did not see the on-off because I'm looking at the camera's output instead of at the front. So there you go. There's that Excalibur the Dorcas. So that's pretty much the top of the camera. You can see both of these here. Oh yeah, there's a shoe here for right here. Right here there's a shoe for accessories, and then the flash is actually right underneath this, and I do not know how to open it without having it be on and adjusting it. Normally you just push down and it pop up, but it doesn't do that. On this side we've got a little shiny thing. I'm going to take this tag off. It's just an ad for their online service to store your pictures, which I don't need, because what will happen is I'm going to be using the Nikon Connect, and any photos I take will be uploaded directly to my Google Drive, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, it's SnapBridge, and then their online service for I Am Easy Sharing. So we'll just set that over there. So on this side we have our other strap down here. It's just a nice little rubber thing here, but then we have our memory card slot. This does not come with a memory card stock, but I have plenty. It's a standard SD, SDHC, and you know, all that. I can't remember the names of them all. The bottom. So we have our battery compartment, which is pretty self-explanatory. Put the battery in there. We have our standard 1/4 inch, I believe, adapter for tripods and just labels and stuff like that. And then we get to the back. Let's put it straight up like this. So on the back you can see we've got a viewfinder. It's actually rubberized, so you have your standard camera action. And I can actually, let me take that off. I can look through here and I can compose as I need to, and I can see the 11 points of focus for composition purposes. Then we can take a little bit closer. There's the AE-L and AF-L, a key symbol. I am not sure what that means. I've got a lot to learn. This right here is a really nice thumb rest. It is rubberized, just like the side, just like the grip. We have our menu button and our selection and all that, and then the delete, and then down here is some extra stuff for like connecting your remote and stuff like that. So I'm going to peel this protective thing off of here because I live dangerously, so we can see these other buttons, and they're the standard like video and menu. Let me see here. It's focusing on my hat again. So there we go. Maybe I should take autofocus off of this thing. Anyway, it's menu, and then we've got, I believe, zoom in, zoom out, and some extra functions, and then the eye. So there it is. There's the Nikon D3400. I've been wanting to get a professional DSLR for a while. I can't afford it. It's the nature of how things are, but I was able to get this on sale. Currently, we found it on at Target for $4.99, and its normal list price is $1,000, so 50% off for the kit with both of these guys. Which, bink, yeah, it's pretty hefty. When you put the lens on, it becomes a little bit heavier. And so far, this lens here has been said to be the best lens for the camera out of the two that came with the pack. And it's also been suggested that if you can find it with just this one, the 18 to 55, just get this kit here and ignore the other one. But I couldn't find that, and it was there, and it was something that I really needed. And it looks like we've got an extra bulb or flash there. This might be different from the other Nikons that I'm looking at, but this does look like it flips up, and I'll have to see. But this right here is definitely for like external like flashes and stuff like that. And of course you've got plenty of surface area to hold your camera and everything like that. So this is the first DSLR I've had, and there's a little dial right here that I neglected to mention, and it looks like it adjusts there's a dial right here that I forgot about, and it looks like it adjusts this guy here, our viewfinder. It's mechanical in nature, and it looks like it just adjusts the focus or the view of our targeting deal right here. It's been suggested that you do not use the screen for your composition, but use the eyepiece, and I don't mind that. It looks like the eyepiece does remove if necessary, if we have to replace it. So I'll have to take a look at that and see if there are any any replacement part stores, like through Amazon or a photography store or something like that. There's a lot of camera stores around our area, and the prices were too high because they deal with professional quality, but I might be able to get parts for this guy if I need to. The cool thing is I can now take 24 megapixel photos of any games that I am playing or getting the composition of. Oh, and I didn't even see this. There's a dial right here. I don't know what this dial is for, and it just keeps to spin and spin and spin and spin. So we'll have to do a lot of experimentation. And I didn't even notice these. This thing has so many buttons, I don't know what to do with them. Well, there's the label, and it looks like that's the mic right there. And then we have, it looks like flash, and then we've got function. But I wonder if what this probably helps to get lenses in and out right there. Let's just see here. Nope, but you can see the mirror and everything in there. It's pretty interesting to see the insides. I have never seen the insides of a camera outside of like old Polaroid cameras and stuff like that. When you put in the film and it prints out the photo and everything, it's been way too long. So I am going to be doing a lot of experimenting. I luckily have more than enough cards, I've got at least a 32 gig that I can throw in there for photo storage. And since I can connect via Bluetooth over to this guy here, then things are looking up. So that is the unboxing of, let me just grab the box. That's the unboxing of the Nikon D3400 DSLR. And I hope you found at least some of this insightful to see what ports and buttons and switches are there. There is no external mic jack, and as far as I'm aware, this can handle any Nikon lenses. It's one of the reasons why I got it, so that I could put any lens I really need on here. So if I want to get a nice telephoto lens, I can get it, but that's going to cost a little bit more. It does not run on AA's, of course. It's too awesome for that. So that's it. Whoop. Let me just get this straight. There we go. The Nikon D3400 DSLR. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing. Even though I do not know much about the camera, I am going to learn. And as always, this is Excalibur, and I am out.